All right, what is going on, Entertainment? So time comes out with another video. We talking Bad Boys reunion. I probably want the damn Pierre. You didn't give us the spoilers. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Okay, I always get accused of ruining the reunions because I'll be spoiling it. So it is behind some paywalls. No shade. It's on Patreon and it's also on the membership. Okay, since it's this first Bad Boys reunion, I thought I'd give them a little grace. No shade. Plus, I'm in my pivoting era. Ain't nobody finna be on here talking about zoo 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 every 2 seconds. Like it's never that serious. Okay, the hype is already dying down. Anyways, it's time to pivot. Okay, so in this video, I will spill a little tea here and there. For the ones that already watched the Patreon and the membership, you already know some of the stuff that's not being said on the blogs that I found out about. Shout out to my source that was at the reunion. That they told me about. So I'll spill a little tidbit here and there. Okay. Now, first, let's start off with some stuff that I guess happened before the reunion. Apparently, CS was popping fireworks, worked to carry Katy Perry, and had a little accident. Okay. Baby, you're a firework. Come and let your colors blaze. Make it Let me stop. So apparently, this is what he looked like, y'all, before the reunion. He said, I was really hesitant to post this at first, but I realized I should use this moment to spread the glory of God. I'm so thankful to be alive. I had almost lost my life on the 4th. I'm grateful I can see clearly again. By the grace of God, I'm still here. Thankfully, the burns weren't too bad, crazy. See, this why, by the way, I never pop fireworks a day in my life. I'm sorry. It's too close to gunshots for me. It's no shade. Like, you got it. I watch from afar. You know what I'm saying? I'll like watch from my binoculars in my window. Like, that's just never been a thing. The people that do it, y'all real, risky with your life. I don't test God. You know what I'm saying? When it's my time, it's my time. I'm not gonna test him and put my at risk just for the hype of things. Okay. So thankfully he was okay and he was able to see because as we all know at the reunion, he had fades to run. So at this reunion, he did come out a little bit disoriented because of this whole situation, you guys, with the firework thing. So all that stuff on his face, it wasn't due to the fireworks. Now I will say from the spoilers that some of y'all heard with the on the reunion, it some of the stuff that happened to him at this reunion, especially with John, it added to the injury. I will say that, but his face was already a little messed up because of the fireworks of it all. Okay. Now, this whole situation with Landon, Poodie, and the Big Bang. Now, y'all all saw with the jawbreak situation. Apparently, Landon ended up getting his lick back. Okay. Once again, I'm only really talking about stuff that's already on the blogs on this. He ended up getting his lick back. All right. So, what I was told on stage that the Big Banger did call them out. And he was just like, why don't you fight me, motherfucker? You know how he do. He was doing all of that to Landon and Pootie. And apparently, they did not want to do it because Landon said his hand was messed up. He was recently on live getting like an injection in his hand for it to be able to recover. And then Pootie, when it came to his jaw, the hole apparently was opening or something. Like, I don't know if y'all saw that recent picture. Check out my previous video with that hole under his chin. Apparently, due to some of the squabbles at the reunion, the injury started to re-injure. Okay, so neither of them wanted to fight them. But Landon said, I'm gonna get you back. Apparently, according to Bang's mother herself, she said that apparently Landon was standing on top of a second story balcony, was watching for Big Banger to walk up out of there, and then boom, not a chancleta, but a chair. Apparently, he dropped a metal chair on top of the balcony onto Banger's head, and it caused them to get stitches. I'm telling one of these days, somebody gonna be unalived, and these networks gonna be real sorry because this is getting real close to that. Apparently, also at this reunion, y'all, there was a weapon. One of the bad boys, okay, had a weapon, and they had to bombard the stage in order to get this weapon out of said bad boy's hand, which made the producers very angry. Okay, Ashley Washington was yelling like a banshee the whole reunion, cussing Sydney out, cussing the audience members out, cussing the bad boys out. They were stressing my girl Lala out. Okay, So just so y'all know, this reunion is gonna be pretty hectic. It just depends on how they are going to edit it. Okay. Now, Landon was basically teasing Banga to show his face, show his face, show his face, which he did end up showing his face. And he said, "This is the reunion. You're supposed to address all your issues and get all your lick backs." I'm not speaking of what happened on stage because I'm not trying to breach my contract, motherfucker. But my look got scared of me. Just say that. And as far as the chair, Landon, please, you dropped this chair from a second story balcony. You didn't do this with your fist, and you didn't walk up on me and hit me with the chair, mother. You dropped it from a balcony. Now I'm gonna show you how a bad boy get a lick back. Okay. Now here's how I feel about this. I don't feel like it's a limitation on how a lick back is gotten because there was a lot of people that laughed when it happened to Poodie. I just feel like the way Landon did it, it would have been to me a little bit more see you next Tuesday had he did it while Bango was aware. Because I was under the impression he took the chair and just shabow him in the face. Then I would have been like, okay, like although it's still a weapon being used, technically it's still licked back and he was aware and he's seeing it coming. But the fact that he didn't see it coming, that's when I feel like a lot of the fans are going to lose respect for that whole situation. Okay. Now the producers, which I was very surprised. I said Zeus is really turning out as TV coded. Apparently, the producers was very upset about this. Okay. They was very upset. Because y'all gotta understand that chair was not the only weapon. I'm not gonna spoil it. Check out the membership, but one of the bad boys had a weapon. I ain't talking about Landon. Okay, it wasn't the only one, and they had to rush the stage. So this producer is not just addressing Landon. She's also addressing other people. Okay. She said, here's my rule. The jumping and the tagging, I will never in life respect. Y'all know who y'all are. Unless my friend ain't winning, then I might help. But just expect if you jump me, then I'm gonna jump you later and we gonna get you. But after that, it's up, bets off. Whoever started, I'll finish. Here's another rule. Weapons don't respect it. Where I come from, you pick up a weapon, you won't get a chance to pick up another one if I get away. That's intentional. The square up or take the L. Don't play people unalive. People lose their lives. Go to prison over one moment, one choice, one reaction, one viral moment. You want for TV, maybe your last. Is it worth it? Are you work it? Flip it up in reverse. Ain't y'all chicken nan. Let me stop. Okay. But yeah, like she put that up there, and then she also said that half of the bad boys are not coming back. I thought this was kind of against producer protocol to be speaking like this. You know what I'm saying? Now, this wasn't the only thing she said, y'all. She said, I'm from 8 Mile, West Side Detroit. If you call me out this squabble one on one, let's go. I'll never duck a fade. If I think I'm going to lose, never have, I will square up with you and squabble. Keep squabbling until I get my win. I'll never have to sneak. That's weak of as hell. And then she also said, bro, but for real, the headgears was unaliving me all night. So let's talk about the headgear. This is what I'm gonna tell y'all. John had the headgear on all night. Baby, John was wet the whole night, baby. Let me tell you, that John, you couldn't tell him nothing. You would have thought he was getting ready for UFC. UFC, what? To hop up in that ring. He makes sure to keep that headgear on, babes. So that is who she's referring to when she says the headgear. I have so much to say, but they're gonna tell me to take my video down. Okay. So I'm gonna hurry and release it. Release them in pieces. And y'all make the blogs pick it up real quick. I got you, babe. I got you. Not the producers getting messy. I didn't really expect that, to be honest. And then she said, okay, listen, this season more than any other season, I have never gotten along with the cast as much as I have with these boys. 90% of them were always respectful and easy to work with, more than any other show. That says a lot. A lot of them I pretty much get along with and genuinely like and love for real. We do have to move forward with a great new show and a lot of new cast members. We'll be reviewing auditions ASAP. Good luck. So for the entertainers that auditions, good luck to y'all. Okay. I saw a little bit of a live where Landon was basically talking about the producers and said that he feels like the producers, I guess, favor Banga or something to that effect. Once again, I don't think she was just talking about him, especially from the stuff I was told from my source that was at that reunion, it wasn't just about him she was referring to when it came to the weapon. Okay, so there's that. Now, another person that was in caught up in some drama is Sydney. So this is another tidbit I'm gonna tell y'all. So Sydney was arguing with Banga and not Banga, my bad. Sydney was arguing with Poodie. Okay, let me make sure I get it right because y'all gonna cover me. Sydney was arguing with Poodie and basically was like, "You don't deserve the chain, sis. Okay, you don't deserve the chain, sis." So Pootie came at her with like, "Oh, why are you here? You're watching me, blah, 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 blah. Whoop-de, 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 whoop-de." Okay. And was basically coming at Sydney hard. Okay. Coming at Sydney real, real hard. And at one point, Pootie even told Akasha to get Sydney and to get her. But Akasha did not follow those commands. Okay. Because that's her not as TV sister. So she wasn't getting her or whatever, but they had like a heated little back and forth because Pootie, of course, was one of the people that got the chain and something else. Stay tuned for the spoilers. Okay. So that's why her and Pootie had that back and forth. So Landon did take to live and basically came at Sydney. Now I'm not gonna play this clip because the audio of it, just due to the derogatory nature of it, Landon basically said to Sydney, like, you are not equal to these women. Stop trying to be on these shows. What's wrong with you? You silly 304. How dare you? Why did you do that to Chingy, et cetera, et cetera. Lana got to be careful with stuff like this because clips like this really follow you, especially if you're really trying to be in the entertainment industry and just like go further than being on Zeus. They're gonna label you transphobic, babes. This is why I gotta be a little bit smarter and not let your emotions get the best of you. No shade is Sydney Star. Sydney Star is like a clown. So that's not even somebody you waste energy on. No shade. Like we all know this. Like come on now. Like she literally is like a real life clown. All she needs is the red nose to squeeze her. So I wish he didn't do this because I'm telling y'all, this clip is gonna haunt him later on in life when you try to get certain things done. They look you up and they say, "Oh, you transphobic? We can't have that associated with our brand." I'm just saying. I wish he moved a little smarter than that, than going about there and saying that. Plus, it pushes the narratives that gays versus trans. Y'all know how that go. Okay. Now, somebody who did do their big one. Shout out to my source. They said, Pierre, tell the entertainers. Ant did his big one. Ant did his big one. They told me that vehemently, y'all. They said, please tell the entertainers that Ant did his big one. Ant did his big one. That is something that they just kept telling me to say, y'all. So Ant really did do his big one, y'all. My source said that he was running his ones every 2 seconds and he was literally whooping Ish to the point where Jada gave him props. So Ant said, all y'all favorites got by me. Told y'all stop that jumping. A jump was had. He was one of the boys that ended up jumping Miss Jada. Okay. Island Boy did get him with a good hook though. So we'll see when it comes to that. Now Mo City also called out some of the boys too. He said, see, you shocked me in an interview. When I saw you, I checked you all in my DM trying to explain yourself, but duck me in person like everybody else. Little kids run to the internet 5 seconds after reunion. Uh, Jada ducks no fades or take L's. No, JB ducks no fades or take L's. Win, lose, or draw, put me out there. Niggas is all mouth, no action with a real hard hitter. I didn't come for nobody. I like to finish ish. I know what I can do. Now, Mo was very upset. He did get into it with a couple people at the reunion, but he was very upset how this season went. He did let Natalie know how he felt. Oh, yes. And basically said, how dare this season be ran the way that it was, and how, basically season one, everybody ran their ones and everything like that, versus this season where it's so much jumping and all these type stuff. So he was very upset at Nat Nat. So that's something that was talked about at this reunion. Now, another person who had an injury, y'all, is Lynx. So Lynx did show off his injury post reunion.
The land got me one good time right here, bitch. That nigga hit me with a hangover, bitch. Cause I'm looking at the security like, Why y'all keep on stopping me from hitting them? I'm literally like, what the? And then this nigga come out of nowhere. I said, damn. I started cracking the fuck up. I ate that though. You hit like a. You catch me. You sneak me every single time. No, we was still fighting. No cat. If I'm gonna tell the truth.
Okay. These injuries, y'all, is something crazy. As y'all can see on his eyebrow and that whole situation next to his eye. Another person, of course, that was injured was Adonis. He said that John scratched like the corner near his eye. It was, I guess, like scratching him up. All, by the way, all these things I'm mentioning, at least most of it is on the internet. By the way, so I don't want to hear you spoiling. You saying it. No, the boys are saying it themselves. So shut up, okay? I'm just saying the boys are spoiling it themselves. They're all spoiling it. And yeah, he posted basically him with an eye patch like on the bottom of it with the scratch underneath it post reunion. Okay. Another person who was at the reunion also was Meatball. She posted that Lynx did his big one and said, Lynx did your big one. I said what I said. Rest turkeys. I seen proof. Believe what y'all want. Good night. I had a great night. And then Link said that land ain't no point of even entertaining y'all niggas no more. Y'all real life punanis really come to the internet to pop it, but was PC'd up. I don't respect it. Okay. Let me know what y'all think down below about this reunion. Once again, if y'all want to check more in-depth spoilers, it is available on the membership and the Patreon. The reunion will be airing very soon. Okay. Let me know what y'all think down below. And we're out, babies.